F1-E arrived in China for round number 6. And after the upgrades were revealed last time out, there was still more to be discussed, mainly on the Porsche and Dragon front, who once again still were bickering, and their court date becoming ever more as a death in the coffin of the team, with looking like the Porsche and Dragon would be splitting up at the end of the season. Meanwhile, McLaren were happy with their upgrade pace and saying they're looking to build throughout this season and to try and get consistent podiums and even race victories next season. Whether they'll be able to transform their new pace is yet clear, but they feel that they have the right drivers to do it. However, one person, who is under threat for his drive is Alex Albon. A series of poor qualifyings could mean that the Brit Thai driver is replaced at some point. But the problem Red Bull have is, who do they replace him with? Something that Red Bull have an ongoing problem with their young driver program. Taking a look at the grid for today's Chinese Grand Prix, and Max Verstappen took pole. Sebastian Vettel is more than half a second down in P2. Lando Norris starts P3, and Charles Leclerc starts down in 4th. Row 3 is all Renault with Ricardo Ocon. Row 4 is all DS Chichita looking for a strong home turnout to Costa ahead of Perez, Magnussen and Sainz rounding out the top 10. Outside the top 10 starts Peter Hudson, who of course have free choice of tyres. Felipe Massa, great job by him, he starts 12th. Mitch Evans is 13th for Jaguar. Alex Albon, his teammate on pole, himself down in 14th, not great there. Nick De Vries starts 15th, Russell 16th, Gasly 17th, with Van Dorn in 18th, Hartley having a terrible time in 19th. Lewis Hamilton rounds out the grid for today's Chinese Grand Prix. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of the F1-E mod episode number 6. Today we're here for the Chinese race. Of course, in real life, both everything's been cancelled, so we're still able to do this in the virtual world, even on a Formula E calendar with F1 circuits. But here in China, well, I'm on a pad, so pad hacks rules here. We'll have to wait and see what we can do, starting from P11, so it's not that great to be honest, but then again it could be worse. We do have fresh tyres as well to begin the race with.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do, don't let me down.
Thank you, Jeff. Today's strategy is a one-stop. Now, do we trust Jeff with that after his little thing? By the way, I should mention that this is Jeff's. We've now somehow managed to end up with Jeff's brother, who is called Jeff, but spelled differently. Yeah. He's still as bad, so nothing new there. Father lights are out and away we go, and it's actually an all right start compared to the thing, but we bogged down in the Baton phases. Course of people going around the outside of Carlos Sainz. Can we get Magnussen around the outside? Can we get 3 cars out around the outside? We'll have a look down the inside of the Chichita. No, Costa pulls us off. Magnussen tries to come back to it. There's a little bit of slight contact with the Dane, but nothing too much there. And we move ahead into P9 on Magnussen and all that. And there's a loss of 3 cars going side by side there. We have to slightly take avoiding action again. There's contact with Magnussen through that corner, and this is where it's getting horrific. All behind Lando Norris. Esteban Ocon up in second. I think that's in third place. Excuse me. So move up to the end of lap 1. As you can see, the 2 DS Cheetah cars are fighting over P7. We're going to try and join the party. Unfortunately, Da Costa tries some brake checks us there, and we have to take slightly avoiding action out of the way. As behind us, Alex Albon is making the three wide through that turn, getting ahead of Magnussen and also Sainz. And although we're not unable to make a move, our teammate is on the move up the inside of the Mercedes, but unfortunately he still can't get past Stoffel Van Dorn. Hamilton is in last. Oh, that's very rare, I know, but Mercedes are struggling in this series. As we catch up once again to Antonio Felix da Costa. And just look at this. This is how much how bad the Sashi is on the Cheetah. We managed to go around the outside, which turned, of course, the inside. Nice move, and up into P8, that is. As, well, that's going to be P7 now, because Esteban Ocon's Renault engine has decided to turn into a barbecue. And he's trying to drive it as much as possible. And da Costa is unfortunately, well, he's one car overtakes him and he sort of starts to sulk, and another car soon overtakes him. And in the case of Red Bull driver Alex Albon, who actually did close up to us, so he does have some pace. It's just the fact not unqualified, it seems. As we come in the end of the lap on lap 4, there's going to be a little bit of a change here. I'm not trusting the new Jeff. So we're going on to the hard tyres to the end of the race. A few other cars were going on to the hard tyres. The new Jeff did suggest coming in a lap earlier and going on to the hard tyres, but I think the softs were fine to go to lap 4. It's just the fact whether the mediums would be able to go to the end of the race, and I don't think they were. They would be punch territory, which will be alright if you're an AI driver, as we come out behind Norris. In actual fact, Norris has lost out to... I think Norris may have lost out to his teammate, but either way, Norris lost out big time in the pit stops. I'm not sure what happened there, whether he got held up in the pits or something, but he's lost out big time, and Albon has managed to jump us as well. So it's not working out, and Albon's done an extra lap, so he's managed to go onto the mediums, probably go to the end of the race. As we got now Antonio Felix da Costa, he's on the mediums as well. Coming out, and we've unfortunately crashed him out here, as you're about to see with this replay. We don't want to take him over. I mean, I now might be on DS Chichita's hit list, as Mitch Evans is the latest driver to have a go. As we need to defend these hard, though. We need the points. That's the thing. Because we've got Virgin Audi breathing down on X as well, although only one driver is that, as everybody now seems to be stuck behind this battle between Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc. Leclerc is like me, and Ricciardo there, all behind on the hard tyres. Looks like Perez is having a little bit of is slowing down a lot of issues. Is literally holding everybody up as hard tyres. Already moved to lap 12 now. Again, Evans sort of starts to fade after this. He a little bit. I think he might have made a little bit of contact with us, moving out, because we are that slow in a straight line. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody's making these upgrades because, of course, people are getting used to the actual fact. That's going to be another free position. Thank you very much, because Sergio Perez's engine now has also turned into a bonfire. It's not been a good day for Chichita. I mean, I assassinated da Costa and got away with it, and Perez's engine has decided to blow up. Yes, well, that's 2 free positions for us, possibly 3, which gives it, puts it up in 8th place. And the 2 Jaguars have now swapped places as well, with Gasly moving ahead of Evans. I presume that is so that Gasly can have. Unfortunately, I think Evans has front wing damage. He seems to have a problem. That seems to occur in most races. Evans getting front wing damage, even when not been able to race us earlier in the season. He sort of gets stuck in those lap 1 collisions and then has to pit early, and then that's it. Race over, basically. Not 25% race. But you can see here. I mean, these cars are pretty much like driving cardboard. and it's not really working. It's not really working. You see, we've gapped Evans, but Gasly is right up behind us. He's got DRS. The Frenchman is going to need to do something magical though if he wants to make it down into that, because we defend the inside line and retain P8, and that's going to be it for the race basically. 4 points. Well, I'll take those 4 points after the previous 2 races we had in Spain and Mexico. But yes, Verstappen won, fastest lap and pole, gives him the maximum 28 points. Vettel second and Leclerc third. Ricciardo finished fourth. Norris lost out to fifth, and Sainz was in sixth. Albon seventh, myself in eighth, and Gasly and Evans rounding out the top 10. A great job from Gasly, moving up to from 17th to 9th. Unfortunately, Felipe Massa still has to wait for his first points, but he is getting closer, 11th place. Lewis Hamilton came from 20th to 12th, so a good day for him after a bad qualifier. Magnussen dropped out to 13th. I think they never replaced that front wing, so Russell 14th, Van Dorn and De Vries was last, with Perez, Hartley with engine failures, Da Costa being crashed out, and also Ocon with an engine failure as well. So in terms of the Drivers' Championship, Leclerc's lead over Vettel is down to 2 points. Max Verstappen is starting to climb up the order now after winning the last 2 races. He's only 15 points behind the race leader. Perez drops to 4th after not scoring, and Ocon is in 5th after also not scoring. Sainz has now caught Ocon actually in 6th, and Norris is up there as well in 7th. South, Albon, Magnussen, Ricciardo and Da Costa rounding out the top 12. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, there is not a lot of change at all. The only thing is that McLaren have moved ahead now of Techeetah at the home Grand Prix. Renault not really making any inroads as well, with Ricciardo only getting 4th place though, but Ocon not scoring at all. But we do manage to extend our gap though. Those 4 points will of course be crucial for us maintaining that 6th place. So yes, if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you see more episodes of the F1-E mod. Episodes 7 and 8, which, well, I can already say we crash out less people. Doesn't mean there's going to be less carnage, but you'll have to wait for those. They're already recorded. I've got to go and edit those, so there might be an episode on some F1. If I can find a few things, I might try and do something from MotoGP, comparing that against what the F1 game could learn from the new MotoGP game, because there's a few things in there that haven't got. Maybe have a look at what other video games have got compared to what Codemasters have, but that is definitely for another video. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed, then please do leave a like, and please make sure you get subscribed for weekly F1 videos. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well below. Until the next VR6 time, take care and goodbye.